Hey guys, welcome to Tires 37 and reviewing this, which is the Aquaman, Vulko, and Hammerhead Shark. So really blessed, really cool. I found this today at Burlington for $12. I never saw this thing when it came to stores last year, so really happy that I found it. I thought it was a really cool set. Just kind of wish they had brought more of those Aquaman toys out. The only retail I ever really saw them carrying them at was Target. Never saw this at my local Target, so I'm really glad I found it. Up here we have the cool artwork of Jason Momoa as Aquaman. We got the Aquaman movie logo there. Nice clear view of Vulko and Shark. And I have to say, I love how they did this. It's similar to the Shark that I reviewed with Aquaman that came out for the movie. I love how he's kind of displayed in packaging, swimming along with it. And yeah, very cool. On the back here we have a picture of him riding it. You know, basically perfect Atlantean defense team, posable, and you can see what it does, and the other characters in the wave. So yeah, let's open this up. So here we have Vulko and the Hammerhead Shark. I always liked Hammerhead Sharks as a kid, so I really like that they made one from the movie. It's very cool, very long too. Just to kind of show you really quickly, with the shark that we got with Aquaman, this is the one that came out in the $30 set. It's not quite as long as that, but it's definitely in the scale of that. And just kind of like long ways. It looks really small beside it, but it is actually pretty long and pretty cool. I really like the eyes on it, and I love the hammerhead shape. Like the shark, it has that rubbery type plastic, and I really like that. It's also got some little scratches on him, and very cool. You can see his mouth with the teeth, which look really nice there. He's got the Atlantean armor that goes around, and it looks awesome. Very cool, very neat. You got some silver. I really love the indents and detailing. There's the handles, as you can see. And then moving around the side, he has some kind of like more of those markings on him, like scratches. Definitely looks like one that's been in a fight. He's got the rubbery fins. I do like those, like I said. It kind of makes it look a little bit more realistic. And then I like how it has the different colors too, kind of being more lighter and gray, lighter on the bottom, that is. And then you can see the fin, which is also rubbery. And I will say too, like, they do look really good together. And like, yeah, they definitely, you know, like you can kind of see the armor on this one, and it definitely looks like they come from the same kind of like army and stuff, you know, like there's some toys that look completely different from one another, so I like that they did kind of keep that in similarity a little bit, so it looks very cool. And it does have an action feature, and the action feature is honestly a little weird, so I believe it's like this, or maybe the fin just fell down, but yeah, it's supposed to be, actually, I'm not actually sure if this fin is supposed to come down. I'm not 100% sure about that. It might supposed to be up, but basically, like, you pull this, and then you can swing it this way, or you can swing it that way. I think it's related to this somehow. Not 100% sure. It's a little weird as a play feature, so I don't know if, like I said, mine's busted and it's supposed to be related to this somehow. It's weird, but, you know, to be honest, at the price point, and as big as a vehicle it is, and the figure itself, I'm not really sure this needed a big play feature, so I'm really happy with it, and I think it's pretty cool, and, you know, definitely great that they did these for, like, the 6-inch and 5-inch scale, so you can put in your collection, because a lot of times they don't make these for these characters, so that's what I really like about movie toy lines, because you get expansions on the stuff you wouldn't previously get in your everyday collection. So yeah, moving on to Vulko. Honestly, this is an amazing action figure. Mattel did a really good job with this, and we talked about this before on my channel, like most recently in the Freddy and Mary figures from Shazam that I reviewed. Just the detail in these basic figures is astonishing. I'm really gonna hate when they quit making these, because honestly, they do a really good job. Like, look at this face. I mean, this looks just like the actor. I believe this is digitally scanned too, so that's amazing, but it looks almost identical to the actor. The expression to like his face, just how it's molded, everything about it, and the hair is really good too. You can kind of see it's kind of like in that bun, kind of looking weird, but it's got the lines on it, but it really does look a lot like the actor, and I really like that they did that. His suit has scales, very similar to the Aquaman action figure that came out, but it's in this dark blue. It does have some lighter blue on it, but it's mostly all dark blue, and he has some black on the collar, and then there too, moving down. I really do like the scale detailing there, very nice, and he's got some silver there. He's kind of got this rubbery thing that goes over his legs, but it's rubber, so it won't hinder the articulation, so that's nice. You can see he does have a sheath back here for his sword, which does come out. Very cool that they included that. I like that they included, you know, I like weapon storage, so I like that they included that. Just a little way to kind of hang it up there. Very nice. And then also the kind of thing here on the front does also have scales, which looks really good. He has fingerless gloves, which are nice. And again, just some more of those scale detailings. They're really small, but they are really nice, and they really do add to the overall of the action figure. In terms of articulation, he's got a 360 at the head. He can look up and down, 360 at the arms, swing out the shoulder, bendability at the elbow, 360 at the elbow, 360 at the wrist, and I believe they're on hinges. So yeah, just a little weird on this one, but they're on hinges, which is amazing. I believe Mattel is the only action figure company to ever do that for basic figures. I know I talk about it almost all the time when I review one of these, but yeah, they got 360 at the torso. A lot of companies will just skip out on that. Like, they'll do the rotation, but not the hinge, at least for the basic figures anyways. The legs come forwards and backwards, and like I was mentioning, this doesn't hinder it at all because it's rubber, so I love that. And lastly, you have bendability at the knee, so really good in terms of articulation. The detail on it's really nice, and just bringing out the sword really quickly, I like how they molded it. It's curved, it's got some lining, almost looks like water, and you can see the handle there, which is very cool as well. And it does just slide into his hand. Either of his hands, he's got open hands, so that's awesome. Yeah, I really like this action figure. I believe he's exclusive to this set, though. I don't know if they did him in the single wave, but I do think he looks really good. And I think Mattel has done a great job with the overall of this set. And really quickly, here's a comparison with Aquaman from the movie. And as you can see, they're in a pretty good scale with one another. They do look good with one another. And yeah. And then here's him riding the Hammerhead. I don't believe the fin does have anything to do with the action feature. I think you can just push it down to put him on there easier, because of mine it wasn't fitting. So I think that is why that fin goes down. And honestly, he looks so cool on the shark. I really like that they did make these sharks. And then here's a comparison with Aquaman also riding a shark. So yeah, very, very cool, very awesome. I really don't know if I can recommend this set because, like I said, I never saw it at my Targets. I found it on Burlington, or at Burlington Today on clearance, and it's pretty hard to find. I do recommend it, so you might want to try like online retailers or something, but for me, I never saw this one in stores, so if you can find it, definitely worth picking up. You know, yeah, really great, and very, very cool. Thank you for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe.